Amber Laura Heard vs. John C. Depp is a defamation trial that began on April 11, 2022, in Fairfax County, Virginia. The parties are actors Johnny Depp, plaintiff, and Amber Heard, defendant, who married in 2015 after dating since 2012. Depp sued Heard for an op-ed she wrote for The Washington Post in December 2018, in which she wrote, "2 years ago, I became a public figure representing domestic abuse," and described herself as seeing, in real time, how institutions protect men accused of abuse. Who is suing whom, and why are they suing? Johnny Depp is suing Amber Heard for defamation in connection with an op-ed she wrote for The Washington Post in 2018. Heard never mentions Depp, but she refers to herself as a public figure representing domestic abuse. Depp and his lawyers argued, and a judge agreed, that Heard clearly implies that Depp abused her during their year-long marriage. Heard first publicly accused Depp of domestic violence in May 2016, when she requested and received a temporary restraining order based on domestic violence just days after filing for divorce. Depp's lawyer quickly responded, claiming that Heard was lying and attempting to secure a premature financial resolution by alleging abuse. When the couple eventually settled their divorce out of court in August 2016, Heard withdrew her request for a permanent restraining order. The pair also issued a joint statement in which they bizarrely claimed that neither of their contradictory statements about each other was true. On the one hand, there was never any intent of physical or emotional harm, and on the other hand, neither party made false accusations for financial gains. Heard, who reportedly received $7 million in the settlement, announced that she would donate her settlement to charity, dividing it between the ACLU and the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. The idea that Johnny Depp's ex-wife felt compelled to seek a restraining order against him was shocking. 3 months later, in March 2019, Depp sued her for defamation, seeking $50 million. Heard countersued for $100 million in January 2021. The current trial is for Depp's lawsuit against Heard. Depp sued the executive editor and publisher of the British tabloid The Sun for libel in 2018 after an article referred to him as a wife beater, bringing the case to the notoriously more plaintiff-friendly British courts. The burden was on The Sun to prove that its statement about Depp was correct when Depp's suit against The Sun went to trial in London in 2020. Despite the odds, the newspaper succeeded in getting Heard to detail 14 instances in which she claimed Depp abused her. Depp made her fear for her life, and shortly after, Depp announced that he had been asked to leave the Fantastic Beasts franchise. However, because Depp sued The Sun rather than Heard, the verdict was insufficient to dismiss Depp's suit against Heard. Amber Heard listens to Johnny Depp during their Fairfax County trial on April 20, 2022, as a picture of an injury to his face is shown on a screen. If there is one thing that is certain in the Depp-Heard case, it is that not much is certain. There is strong evidence that Depp was violent towards Heard. When taken together, they revealed a clear pattern of abuse, most often when Depp was high on drugs or alcohol. So, what are we to make of these two competing narratives? Depp's team called marriage counselor Laurel Anderson to the stand at the Fairfax trial on April 14. Anderson, who counseled Depp and Heard during their marriage, described their dynamic as mutual abuse. Anderson testified that she saw Heard bruised after altercations with Depp and that Heard told her on multiple occasions that she had initiated physical fights with Depp. She said she thought Depp had started physical fights with Heard, but she wasn't sure. Both Depp and Heard have stated that they were abused as children, and Anderson believes that their relationship pushed them back into toxic childhood patterns, with each abusing the other and neither ultimately being more responsible than the other. Why do so many people seem to be rooting for Johnny Depp online? People are loudly declaring their support for Depp and their certainty that Heard is a liar on Reddit, Twitter, and TikTok. Twitter and TikTok users have overwhelmingly supported Depp, with hashtags like "Justice for Johnny Depp" amassing nearly 3 billion views on TikTok. Why does it seem like the entire internet is Team Johnny Depp? Vice asked, citing memes calling Heard a liar, a gold digger, and an Amber turd, as well as a viral TikTok that addresses Heard with the line, "He could have killed you, he had every right." According to Mel magazine, reading the posts, you'd think Heard was on trial for a slew of violent crimes against Depp, not being sued over a newspaper column. Part of the outrage may be attributed to Depp's and Heard's respective memberships in some particularly toxic internet subgroups. Basically, a lot of boring men think Johnny Depp is cool. Snyder fans believe Amber Heard's issues with Depp have hampered the release of DC movies. Harry Potter adults are upset that Depp was removed from the Fantastic Beasts franchise after being accused of domestic violence, and a lot of TERFs viciously defend anything Harry Potter online because of J. The report does not imply that every Johnny Depp fan on the internet is a racist. However, it does imply that Depp's team has a history of strategically amplifying the conversation about him in order to make it appear that public opinion is more united on his side than it is. Depp has also become a sort of symbol for those who want to talk about male victims of domestic violence, both in good and bad faith.